The other sort of symbol, if you like, are origami cranes. The story, of course, of the little girl who wasn't killed with the bomb immediately, but developed radiation sickness when she was about 11. And of course, this is a little story in Japan that if you make 1,000 cranes, it's like a good, get well wish. And she was lying in the bed trying to make these cranes, but unfortunately she died before making 1,000. So the children of Hiroshima and Nagasaki declared that they would follow her work and would try and create peace in the world by maintaining it. Hence, cranes on the display there. I don't know whether... Would you like to say a few words? Would you like to speak? Right. But as I've said, we really do need to remember, though, that it wasn't just the people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki who suffered so much, but it's gone on. In fact, the suffering really was with the testing of the first bombs in America. And since then, every time any country has acquired nuclear weapons, they've had to test the weapons. And these weapons have always, usually anyway, and always, have been tested on indigenous people's land. And so there's little repercussion after that. No one recommends, they're still working hard to get some compensation, but the Pacific Islands particularly are the people that are suffering. And I think somewhere, but I don't know where I got it now. I probably haven't got it now. Yeah. We've all heard of Christmas Island, and it's in the Pacific, but now it's the atoll of Kiriyamati, and it is an estate. So this is an account of when the testing was about to begin, and the people were removed from the atoll. Takuya Tikataka was 11 at the time of the first test. She described how her community was unexpectedly moved at midnight by a military commander beforehand. She being told by the commander, "Don't worry, you're safe, this is British territory." She describes being loaded onto a ship offshore before the test and being too frightened to talk. She said it was very crowded. It was meant for cargo, and there was no room for children like me to play. There was no space. We were treated like animals. The effects of radiation have never really been acknowledged in the case of all victims of nuclear tests, and the struggle for recognition and the health care needed is ongoing. Between May 1957 and September 1958, the British government tested 9 nuclear bombs on Kiriyamati. Then in 1962, the UK with the UA conducted a further 31 detonations. Thousands of servicemen from Britain, New Zealand and Fiji were deployed to Kiriyamati. Such testing, as I've said, would be conducted by all the nuclear weapons states today. The legacy of nuclear testing is one of the purest examples of environmental injustice. It is important to reflect on the racial and ethnic discrimination of nuclear bomb testing. The long-term impact on their lives and all their families has largely been ignored.